Welcome
Good
in,
morning.
Tanya. Welcome in,
Thank you.
everybody, to our little podcast like series talking about a book that we absolutely love. And we're going to talk. This chapter was okay. The word I used was thick. It's very meaty.
Yes.
It's very subconscious programming, which I'm going to be honest, I have a lot of education on and studying, and I've been doing this for a long time. So for me, it resonated in some way, but she kind of hid how she brought it out. So we're gonna dive into it a little bit. We come on here on Facebook Live to talk about both your physical and your mental health.
Mhm.
And that's why we've been diving into this book, because your physical health absolutely affects your mental health. Your mental health affects your physical health. And this can be a really bad cycle
Mm.
that if you get into, it's hard to break free.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
I
so
agree.
most of this book is about, I would say, mindset.
Mhm.
Do you not agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mindset, thinking about things differently. Um, Even in here, one of the things that really stood out to me was that we assume people think the way we do. That was the biggest thing for me. And trying to realize that no, we don't all think alike. We don't all have the same experiences. So one thing that could be fine for me is not fine for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very much mindset.
It's all about paying attention to your level of consciousness and your conscious mind and what we are subliminally putting in our own minds with our self talk, with our own self negativity and perception. And I think this entire chapter is about perception. What
Mm-hmm.
we perceive is what we believe. What we perceive
Hmm.
is what we know is true. And it really is, I mean, that's the basics of life. You decide whether you're going to be positive or whether you're going to be negative based on the perceptions around you and how you think people see you, even though, let's be honest, we don't know how people see
No.
us. We really don't. And we base our entire lives and our self-worth based on the perception of others, and we don't
Hmm.
even know the truth. Is
Exactly.
it not wild to think about?
And then there's the whole aspect of really not letting how other people think of you affect you.
Yeah. Not letting it change your day, change
Right.
your life, change your own
Hmm.
self-worth. I
Hmm.
mean, who really cares?
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
isn't
I
it's
agree.
wild when you really set it out just that blanketly
Right.
simple?
Right.
Does it
30
really matter?
30-year-old me cared,
Oh yeah.
but 59-year-old me does not.
Well, I'm telling you, 3 years ago, 43-year-old me, before I started putting myself on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big, I was always
Mhm.
worried. Okay, if I make a post or I make a video, if I start talking about things that
Mhm.
I'm really passionate about, are people going to judge me? What are
Right.
people going to think about me? Like that was always going in the back of my head. And now I'm just like,
Doesn't matter. And I'm so grateful you
que
did.
sera, sera.
You have to really put yourself out there and not really be concerned about what people think. But
Yeah.
um, basically wanting to help other people, we have to get out there, put ourselves out there, to put the information out there to help other people.
And
So,
honestly, social media is a self-love journey
mhm.
because you got to
Mhm.
break down some barriers there.
Right.
You really do have to break down
I
some
agree.
barriers there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So diving a little bit into the book, I'm going to jump in a little bit with this
Okay.
because this chapter kind of resonated with me in
And we're
certain
on chapter
ways.
16, and it's called
Yes.
Eight Cognitive Biases That Are Creating the Way You Experience Your Life.
All
Hmm.
about the brain and the biases that we give ourselves.
Okay.
So, the first one is projection. We overestimate how typical and normal other people are based on how odd or different we feel. So, how many times do we feel like the odd man out and we judge
Mhm.
others because of that? Oh, these people are snooty. Oh, these people are uppity only because we don't fit in,
Mhm.
right? And
Right.
the truth is, we don't need to fit in. We don't want to fit in. We
Right.
we don't want to be like everybody else. We were all uniquely made what would be the point in trying to be like everyone? I mean,
Exactly.
what's even the point of that when
And
you
do you ever
really think about
notice
it?
when you're on vacation, do you ever notice how it really makes you feel so small in such
Oh,
a big
yeah.
world? That just brings that up for me. Like, there's so many people, there's so many different people.
Yeah.
So we just need to live our own authentic life and be who
Hmm.
we are
Yeah.
and not really
Absolutely.
assume that people think the way we do. They don't. No, but
Yeah.
not no two people think the same. No
Exactly. And
way.
that's fine. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It doesn't
yes.
matter.
Mhm,
We assume people think the way we do because our internal narrative and process of the
mhm,
world is all we know. Like we have set our own lifestyle, our ideas, our morals as our own compass.
right.
And we've decided this is what's right, this is what's good, this is
Mhm.
what's moral, and anyone else doing anything else
It's not right.
is not right, right? But that's a choice that we've made for ourselves, and just
Mhm,
understanding that, knowing that,
mhm.
it gives you some peace to just let go and realize, hey, everybody's different and that's okay. They
Absolutely.
don't agree with me and that's okay.
That's okay. We can
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
Yeah. So, number 2 is extrapolation. And what I took from that is the last line really resonated with me. We fear that happiness won't last forever, and so we lose it. So we're so grasping onto, we're so scared that we're not going to stay in this happy state, in this blissful state. How many times have you said to yourself, things are going so good, I'm just waiting for the floor to fall out,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Things are going too
Mhm.
good right now. Something bad is going to happen. I mean, I've done that too, right?
Right.
We're in such fear that happiness won't last forever that it doesn't, because we literally put it out there. We literally cause the problem.
Right. But how can it happiness cannot possibly be a 24/7 thing because if we don't know sadness, if we don't know grief, if we don't know all these other feelings, how are we going to know happiness?
Well, yeah,
How do
you got
we
to
know?
process. Exactly. You got to
Right.
process all of it.
Right.
And on the other hand, happiness is a state of mind. So,
True.
eh, you know,
Hmm.
you bring your own state of happiness. So, and then she also says, and fearing that grief will last forever, we actually create grief, more
Hmm.
grief.
Hmm.
And so, like you just said, you have to process the sadness and the grief. And when something comes up in your life, you have to process it and let it go. You have to cry it out. You have to get angry. You have to feel frustrated. That's the whole point. Like, we're
Hmm.
dynamic people. We
Yes, we are.
have these personalities and these emotions and all of these things. And we have the ability to process all that, to let go of all of that. And if it means hitting a pillow or screaming
Mhm.
or running until you're exhausted, you have to do whatever you have to do in order to let that go. And so many times we as humans, we ignore it
Mhm.
and we let it fester.
Right.
And that's where our health problems occur, right?
Definitely affects our health. Our mental
Oh,
health
yeah.
affects our physical health, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. So the third one, anchoring. And what I took from this is our world views tend to be the culmination of our parents, not our most inherent beliefs. Now, there is some really good science behind this. For instance, I grew up with parents who said things like money doesn't grow on trees, hold on to it, always save, 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 save. You're going, like it was always money was this scary thing that you had to hold on to or you weren't going to survive, right?
Right.
And I struggled for a very long time with money mindset
Mhm.
and financial like struggle and constantly feeling like I never had enough and living in a state of fear.
Right.
Living in a state of fear. So what about you? Does that resonate with you at all? Did you have anything growing up as a that your parents kind of instilled in you? Not purposely, like
That's a good question.
they're not
No.
trying trying to cause us problems, but just
Right.
inherently just little lessons we learn along the way that kind of shape us. And we have to learn it as a lesson like, oh my goodness, like this isn't 100% how the world works. For me, financial mindset was a big was a
Mm-hmm.
big thing. For some people, it can be health mindset. I hear a lot of people that we coach, their parents said, "Oh, well, you have to clear your plate because food isn't free, food's
Right.
expensive, can't be wasteful." The wasteful thing is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen so many people who are now 300 and 400 pounds who have this unconscious, subconscious mindset that they have to finish their plate, that they have to eat they can't waste a
Mm-hmm.
single bite. They cannot throw something away.
I do remember that. That was part of my growing up too, is that, you know, you need to eat this because there are children starving all over the
Yep.
world, which that's true. There are. But yes, I would eat just because I needed to, because I had food in front of me and some
Yeah.
kids didn't. So I had to eat it. So
Yeah.
yes, it definitely plays into your food mindset as you grow older and
Yeah.
what
And
you.
it's
Mhm,
completely subconscious.
mhm.
Like, I find myself once in a while, like going on vacation and saying, "Oh, okay, I'm not really hungry yet, but here's a good place to eat. Maybe we should stop and eat now,"
Right.
right? Because it's
Yes. You
here and
might
it's
you might not
convenient,
have another opportunity. There might not be food in 5 miles. Oh my gosh, what will we do?
right? And we live
It
in this world
ah,
where it's literally everywhere. You
it
can't
is.
avoid food if you try.
Yes. And I
And
just love the freedom of not letting food and eating control my life.
oh, yeah, yes,
So
yes.
freeing.
So now I carry the tools with us at all times.
Mhm.
And if we're craving or we're hungry and we're in an environment where we're surrounded by junk and food we don't know we don't want to eat,
No.
we're, we have that. So let's sip on some tea. Let's sip on some fiber. Let's satiate those needs for something to eat because we know we're not starving. We
Exactly.
know our body stores enough fuel in our body that we
Right.
don't need to be eating. Even when we get hungry, we can make it a little longer,
Yes.
right? Like we
Right.
know this now.
It's
How freeing
wonderful.
is
It
that? How
is so
freeing is
wonderful.
that?
I just
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh. Yes. All right, so number 4 with her, negativity. Well,
Ooh,
that just blings red lights right there, seeing that
yes.
word. We perceive negative news to be more important and profound, and we become fascinated by it. We watch the train wreck. We
Yeah.
watch the problems that are occurring.
Mhm.
We the news flash comes up and it's something negative and we're drawn to it. We're drawn to it like flies, like moths to the flame. Like we're drawn to it because we perceive it as, oh my God, it's the shock and awe factor, right?
Yes. Mhm.
The
Pulls you
shock
right
and
in.
awe.
You
Yeah.
don't wanna see it, but you can't look away.
Yeah. It's a dopamine response and it's a
Yes.
bias. And we have to we have to get away from that. We have to not just be drawn to the negativity and be able to shut it off. Like me
Mhm.
personally, I tune it right out. Like I
That's
know
good.
there's terrible things happening in the world and I know there's a lot of bad things and some people will say to me that you're not in tune with today's world because I'm living in my own little bubble.
That's okay. You're
But
protecting your mental health.
I think there's some good joy in that.
Yes, absolutely. I can tell when I'm, listening to too many podcasts about the news and things like that.
Yeah.
It starts to suck me down into
It
a
weighs on
dark
you.
place. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I realize it. I can acknowledge it and say, okay, need to back off my podcasts or my YouTube videos or whatever it may be that I'm listening to. I try to stay semi on top of what's going on, but what's
Mhm.
going on is so upsetting that it's hard to listen to
Yes.
anyway. So I would rather just focus on the positives and the blessings and the joy and helping people
Yeah,
get
and
better
some
health.
people find that like delusional.
Yes, I know,
And
but
I actually love that word because I choose to
delusional.
live delusionally. I choose to live in delusional happiness.
Good. That's
I
good.
choose to live in delusional like positivity.
Yes.
And that's my choice.
Yes, it is.
And people can judge me all day long for that. I don't watch the news. I don't care what's going on in anywhere else than my own circle.
Mhm.
And for some people, that is like radical and crazy and wild. And for me, it gives me great peace.
Right.
And so that's my choice and
Yeah.
my
And as
choice to live.
Mel Robbins says, let them.
Let them judge.
Let
Yes.
them. We are choosing not to because we have in our own little family, our own little unit, we have enough to process and deal
Oh, we
with,
do.
and,
Yeah,
in and out day after day. So our
absolutely.
life is full with our
I ha
own family unit.
I have a new mantra, a self-talk
Ooh,
mantra. You're gonna love this.
okay.
And it is, girl, change your algorithm. So
Ooh.
if I get on social media and I'm looking at the wrong thing, or if I'm hanging out with people who are bringing
Mhm.
me down or giving me my negativity, right? In my mind, I go, okay, it's time to change my algorithm.
That's great. I love it.
It's time to change what I'm attracting, what I'm
Yes.
bringing in,
Yes. And what's in your
change
feed? Right.
your algorithm. Yes, and we can do
That's
that at any
great.
point in time, right?
Yes, we can.
We can reboot and restart at any point in time. All right. Number 5, conservatism. All right. We have an apprehension towards accepting new information, even if it's accurate or useful.
Mm.
We want to stay comfortable.
Yes,
We
we do.
want to stay doing the same things and loving it. And then all of a sudden, okay, so I'm going to talk about fasting with this. So we do fasting and we typically do the 16 and 8, and it's comfortable and it feels good. And I will have people that reach out to me and they'll say, okay, I'm doing the 16 and 8, or I'm doing OMAD, and I'm not having weight loss anymore, and I'm not having this, or I feel like I'm stuck, and I'm like, okay, well, let's do something different. And they're like, whoa, 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 do something different. 16 and 8 feels good. OMAD feels good. I don't want to eat more than one meal a
Oh,
day.
God.
Like, I love this. I feels good. And I'm like, yeah, but you're stuck
Right. You're stuck.
because your body has gotten adjusted to that metabolism, to that
Hmm.
number of calories, to that outlook, to what you're doing, to that amount of exercise. Let's change it up. Let's do something different. And people look at me like I'm crazy. Well,
Right.
why would we do that? I'm like, you just told me you're stuck. Yeah, but I'm comfortable. I love this. This feels good. Okay, well, it
Mhm.
could feel even better, right?
Absolutely. You got to
Be
shake it up. Your
open.
body just stay the
Yes.
same.
Yes. And people are conservative.
Hmm.
They love, I'm giving them new information saying, I'm putting out this new information saying, okay, we can do this and bust you out of that stuck plateau. And they're like, whoa, 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 back off. This sounds radical. This sounds
Right.
different. Feels uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm going to like it. And all of a sudden, right? It's like
Hmm.
our body fights it. We're good where we're at. We're feel good.
Right. It's confusing to me because, well, for instance, I had a client recently who is stuck and has been stuck for a number of years. And so I started kind of digging in with her and told her, we focus on protein and healthy carbs. And she said, so I can't have my protein bagel in the morning? No, no, you can't have your protein bagel. And I think she was scared that she couldn't have her protein bagel. So in
Mm-hmm.
coaching our clients, we have to work really hard with them on their mindset as well. And that's exactly what you're saying. They
Yeah.
want to change, but you have to be willing to try different things to move that needle, or you're just going to stay the same.
You can't stay in that conservative little
Oh,
box 24/7 in that little safety bubble.
right,
And so for her, the protein bagel is, I've heard a million different people say you got to have your protein first thing in the morning to rev up your day and this and that and the other. But
right.
yet it's not working.
No.
Like, you realize it's not working.
Hmm.
You have to let go. You have to let go. Oh gosh, I love
Yep,
it.
we
I
do.
love coaching, by the way, because
I do too.
I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about other people. And it's just been incredible. And the gentleman in our group who's lost like 160 pounds,
That's amazing. He looks so
it's
good.
more than I weigh right now. And I think about
Wow.
that. It's like
Hmm.
he's been carrying me in his
Can
arms
you imagine?
for the last year
Oh
and then
my
just
gosh.
set me down and let that go.
So he was 400 and something pounds
430.
and he's lost how much?
He's down to 270,
That's
260, something like that.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is just amazing. He's got a new
Right?
lease on life.
Oh, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. Couldn't even walk. I mean, I love it. I love it. All right, so number 6 is clustering illusion. Oh, I love the illusion.
Ooh.
You begin to see patterns and random events because you've subconsciously decided to. How many times have you shopping for a
Yes.
car and all of a sudden you
Yes.
see that car everywhere?
Yes. I love that there's a name for this because, or let's say you're trying to get pregnant and all you see are pregnant
Pregnant
mamas,
people.
you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I love that for many, many years, I never knew there was a name for this.
yeah.
So I'm
And
glad.
it is, I love it. I think it's wonderful. If you are looking for it, you will find it. And so subconsciously your brain will just be attracted to it's always
It's
existed.
amazing.
It's always
So
existed.
amazing.
The same cars have always been there. The same pregnant women have always been walking the
Yes.
street, but because you're
Mhm.
thinking about it, drawn to it, looking for it subconsciously in your mind, you can find it. And it's the same thing with good health and wellness.
That's very true.
If you want to be looking for it, if you want to be looking for the donut, you're going to find the donut on every
Hmm.
street corner.
Hmm.
If you're wanting the sugary drink, you will always see a Starbucks. But if you are looking for good health and wellness, those places will show up too.
Yes, they
The
will.
places that make the good food, right? The
Yes.
all natural butcher shop, the the healthy oils, the like the beautiful vinaigrette that you got me from Janesville. I need to go
Yes.
up there and get more because I've been out of it for a bit and I'm like
Oh
craving,
no, we can't have
craving.
that.
I know, craving.
You've got to
And
have that vinegar.
and
And
let's
there's
talk
so many
about
other flavors
yes. And so
too.
let's talk about cravings for a minute. Remember
Mm.
what we used to crave versus what we
Yes.
crave now because we
Carbs,
healed our gut.
sugar. I craved pizza all the time. Literally, if Randy said, "What are we going to have for dinner? What sounds good?" Pizza. That was it. I can't even tell you the last time I had pizza.
Isn't it
I don't
crazy?
crave it anymore.
Oh my
I
gosh.
crave a steak. I crave chicken. I crave
I
salmon.
love it. I love it.
It's amazing.
Don't I mean, and it feels so literally I want to reach back and pat my own back.
I'll pat it for you.
Right? Seriously, that's how I
Yes.
feel. That's how I feel. I'm so proud of
Yes.
us because 3 years ago I was making nachos for dinner. I would put chips on a plate and throw cheese and meat on it and say protein.
Yes.
And that was dinner. And I look at who I was and I ran into one of my old pharmacy technicians the other day.
Oh,
We sat down and we had lunch.
nice.
And she was like, I've been watching your social media and I see how you're eating and I see how you're looking at food. And she's like, Jen, I remember you. You would walk into the pharmacy with a handful of candy and junk and energy drinks, and every single day for lunch, you would go get the Starbucks from across the street.
Hmm.
And everything you're saying is legit. Like you ate junk 24/7. Like I
Hmm.
remember you. Like
Wow.
we would always wonder how you weren't 300 pounds and where you were putting it because you ate sugar. And she's talking to me, and I'm like,
Oh,
I know. Girl,
wow.
I know I was ridiculous. Like when we met, you were such a clean eater and you were doing all the things I was
Right.
not,
Right.
Tanya.
So it's a much bigger transformation for your life than for mine. But
For
still, what I
me,
was doing wasn't working.
yeah. And that's just, isn't it? It's incredible, right?
Hmm.
Like we were on the
Hmm.
same get healthy journey, and
Hmm.
you came from a place where you were eating salads and you were eating protein and you were doing
Right.
I was eating garbage.
Right.
I was in straight survival mode, like living in the drive-through and literally convenience store junk.
And didn't you say too that, well, you worked at the Walmart pharmacy, so the bakery would make fresh loaves of bread and
Oh
you'd
yeah,
have one
and
of
it
the
would ring.
technicians?
No, it would ring my phone. The bakery manager would
Oh,
ring my
how
phone.
nice.
She knew my extension. I'm not joking. I
Oh
wish I was joking.
gosh.
It's not a joke.
Oh my gosh.
And my pharmacy techs can come on here and legitimize this. But my extension would ring as the pharmacy manager, and I'd say, "Hey, what's up?" I'd see bakery, and I'd be like, "You need a refill, or you got bread for me?" Because those are the only two things they call for. I either need a refill on my med,
Oh
or
my.
the bread is ready. And then
Right.
I would send one of my techs over, because we didn't get breaks and lunches half the time. And so
Right.
one of my techs would go over and get a loaf of bread for me. It was $1, right? Because it's cheap
Gosh.
and convenient and easy.
Of
So this
course.
nice, hot, fresh loaf of bread would come in. And then I would take my little mini break to sit in the back and just chomp on bread. And then I'd come back and work. And then 20 minutes later, I'm chomping on some bread. And I would just do that all day long.
And you thought you had to survive. You thought that you needed, remember you said you thought your blood sugar would drop, so
Yeah.
you'd have to
And
be
it
eating
would.
something kind
It
of,
would because I
because
would
you trained your
spike it
body.
with, I trained my body to like crave sugar so
Right,
much.
right.
And what people don't get is bread is sugar, guys. It's
Yes. Oh my
sugar.
God. It
It's
is.
carbs that break right down into
Mm-hmm.
sugar. You know, I had someone, this is just getting me down the rabbit hole, but I had someone the other day pop open a bag of chips as their first meal of the day at noon in front of me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just having a little snack until we can eat, a meal. And I'm like, you're going to break your fast with sugar? This isn't sugar, this is Doritos.
Mm.
Oh, contraire.
Oh, yes.
People don't know. They
They
look on the
don't.
back and they're like,
They
oh, it's only
really
2 grams
don't.
of sugar and 36 grams of carbs. I'm not breaking my fast with
Hmm.
sugar. It's just some carbs. What do we think carbs are,
People
guys?
don't know carbs turn into sugar.
It's so misleading.
They don't know.
It's so misleading on the label.
We need to do a whole class, a whole
Yeah.
call on how carbs turn into sugar,
What the heck's a
how that
carb?
spikes
Yeah.
your insulin. Yes.
Yeah. Because
Now, if
so many
there's
people
fiber
don't
attached to
understand.
it, like broccoli,
Yeah.
you're not going to
It's
have as much.
different.
So different.
Yes. It's different.
Even though they've modified our fruits and vegetables so much as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Lower fiber, increased
Yes.
sugar. The cotton candy grape is always the example I
Injected
give.
with, oh my
Give me a
gosh.
break. They
Yes.
hybridized our fruits and vegetables to have
Hmm.
more sugar in it, guys. Like, we're set up for failure for a reason. They want to keep us addicted to sugar
Right.
because we overeat and then we're stuck in the big pharma line. And guess what? It's a very controlling cycle, and we're not the ones in control. Truth bomb right there, right?
Mhm. Exactly.
All right, well, let's finish out this chapter, girl. So, number
Okay.
7, confirmation bias.
Mm.
Confirmation is what happens when we selectively listen to information that supports or proves our own preconceptions. How many times do we only listen to the people who are saying the things that we want to hear?
Hmm.
We believe in something.
Hmm.
We believe in something. And so, even on social media, when something pops up that is against what we believe, we swipe right past. But when it's something we believe in, oh, we'll sit and listen all day long because it's proving that we're right.
Yes. Yes. It's
And
how we
with,
mentally insulate ourselves and our worldview. It's also how we self validate.
yeah,
So I try to be open and I try to listen to both sides.
yeah. And it's a huge bias. These biases hold us back. They give us these preconceptions that keep us stuck. And when it
Hmm.
comes to the health and wellness space, sometimes you just got to be open to somebody else's point of view. Even if you're a personal trainer, even if, do you know how many personal trainers I have met, know, and I'm friends with? Hopefully, they're not listening right now as I'm calling them out, who are what I would consider morbidly obese.
Well, so are doctors and nurses who are in the health. You look at doctors and
Healthcare
nurses
space.
and you think, okay, you're taking care of my health, but what about your own?
Yeah, health
You know?
doctors and nurses that are on have diabetes and
Hmm.
cholesterol issues and blood pressure
Hmm.
issues, and they're on all the medication. Well, if they can't fix it for themselves, how the heck are they going to fix it for you?
Right.
I know.
So true.
And sometimes it's all about, okay, I understand you went to medical school and you were taught take this pill, it'll make it better, it'll make it better, it'll make it better. But how about realizing if it's not even working for you and you're not breaking down the root cause of your illness, you're suffering from the same things. Let's be open to trying something different. And that's hard sometimes because we're ingrained to do it a certain way. If you
Right.
went to school to be if you went through some certification to be a fitness instructor and you invested your good time and money into being that, and you realize it's not working for you, you have to put down that bias
Right.
and be honest and open with yourself and say, okay, maybe I need to try a different way.
Well, that's what you did because you were on
Yes.
how many medications?
I was on 3 and the doctor wanted me on 4 more, and that's when I said no. That's when I
Yes.
said,
Enough.
"Okay,
Hmm.
what the heck?"
What is
What am
happening?
I doing? What am I
Right.
doing? I'm doing
Right.
something wrong,
That
right?
shook you up. That was kind of your breaking point where you said, I have to figure something else out.
I gotta do something different. Nachos for dinner obviously are not
Right.
working. Are
Right.
not where I laugh, but it's true.
I know.
Oh, all right. So our last one here is choice supportive. When you consciously choose something, you tend to see that thing more positively and disregard its
Mm.
flaws. Same
Mhm.
thing like we just said. More often than you would of a thing that you did not choose for yourself. You made a choice. Okay, so we can do this. I think the easiest way to talk about this is like, okay, if you're dating someone, let's
That's a good.
find, like back in your 20s, you find this little cutie patootie, right? And you start
Mhm.
going on dates with him, and he's really not a good person. I've been there. And really not a good person, but you justify dating him in all these different ways because you just want to go. Like it's somebody that you were maybe lusting after or whatever, got a date with
Mhm.
them, and you're so excited about your choice
Mhm. And you
that
just
we
look
justify it.
past. You just look past the way he just treated the waitress.
Yeah.
You just look past the comments that are made.
Because we chose it and we want to
Mhm.
believe in our choice and think that
Right.
we're these great people. And so we keep justifying the choices that we make.
Absolutely.
Well, really, we just need to be honest with ourselves and say, okay, well, I made a bad choice. Oh, well, move on.
Mhm. Yep.
So it really was a good chapter, even though
It
it
really
was
was.
a
Yes.
little bit, the ways you presented it was a little thick. So if you're reading it and you're struggling a little bit, listen to our little interview and maybe you'll understand it better, right?
Yes. And next week is chapter 17. What emotionally strong people do not do. They do not do these things.
I love
And
it.
there
And you
are
will be coming in from what?
15.
Alaska?
I will be coming live with you from Skagway, Alaska. We are going on an
Ooh,
Alaskan
I
cruise.
cannot wait. Everyone follow Tanya because she's going to be posting the
Yes.
most beautiful pictures.
Yes. I can't
She's a
wait.
photographer, guys. She's
I
going to be
know.
posting the most beautiful pictures and videos, and I'm
Um,
so excited.
I have to tell you, I've been very thinking a lot about taking my camera, but I haven't had my camera out in, it's sad to say, a couple years. And whenever I get it out, it's so heavy. And my iPhone takes amazing pictures. So
Yeah,
we
these are
do that.
fancy enough. These
But the
are fancy enough.
photographer in me, it's
You,
just a struggle. So I'm like,
yeah.
no, okay, we're taking binoculars. Oh, and I got a pair of binoculars that I can hook my iPhone to and I can take pictures through the binoculars.
Stop it right now.
I
That's a
didn't even know it was a
thing.
thing. Yes.
Oh, I
So
can't wait. All right.
I
So
promise there will be
if you're not
amazing.
following Tanya, you need to do it now because it's she's going to be lighting it up. I'm so
I'm
excited.
excited.
So thank you so much for joining us, Tanya. Now, if you guys also want more health and wellness content, we come on here every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central, 9 to 9:30 to talk all good things mental and physical health. We're following this book by Brianna West. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing an interview live here on Facebook, all about muscle, creatine, building muscle while leaning out. We're going to be talking with Mike, and he's put on a bunch of pounds of muscle, gotten his waistline down, all those good things. So I'm really excited about the interview.
That's going to be great. I
I
can't
know.
wait. I can't
Yes,
wait.
yes, yes.
Thanks,
Well,
Dr.
thank you.
Jen.
Thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to see you next week in Alaska. Stay tuned, guys.